NERDSoul.
I do want to talk about the homie. You know what I'm saying? I really wish we got some info, but I understand, sometimes you can't drop anything. But Coreupt is coming.
Oh my God.
Coreupt is coming. And see, it kind of seemed like we was going to get some developer, talk or some dev nuggets or something, but I guess it just didn't come to fruition. This weekend, maybe, just some stuff happened. But look, just so people know out there, that game called Coreupt is still coming.
Listen, okay.
And, shouts to J-Dub.
Since we wrapping up, I want to go into a little bit in depth with Coreupt, and I noticed something I didn't notice before, but I actually looked into Coreupt and as like with a microscope, and I noticed something that I don't think anybody but me, maybe a handful of people, noticed. Coreupt has two things that I like already in a fighting game. It has passive skills. I said two things. I meant to say one thing. Passive skills. What are passive skills? Okay, DNF Duel has passive skills. And it's another fighting game. Fighting X-Layer has passive skills, right? You know what? Multiverses got passive skills. Just realize. Okay. I just thought about this. Multiverses sure do. Every time you pick your player, you gotta pick a passive skill. They call them perks, but they're passive skills. I noticed this, Jesse. It wasn't in the earlier clips, but these clips you've been putting out lately has been showing the HUD menu. Like not just the health bar, but the actual like meters and the HUDs. And under the health bars of characters, I noticed that they have certain passive skills. You can see the passive skills and they all kind of like outlined, right? But they fill up when you use them. And then they red out when you can't use them. So it's like they have a cooldown effect. I noticed that the last video Jesse put out, I think it was Destroy versus the other guy. I forget the name. One dude name was Destroy, the guy with the big hammer-like weapon. We beat him with the hammer, then the other guy with the okay, so both of them had the same icons, passive skill icons under their name. So it's like I would imagine that the entire roster has access to these passive skills. I don't know what they are, because I'm sure Jesse, and when he gets on a mic at some point and he gets somebody gonna put a mic in Jesse's face and a camera and interview him once the game is in circulation, and we'll probably get a more in depth. But I'm just telling you what I see. And if Jesse, you're listening, you can definitely comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm just telling you what I see. I see the same icons, but what I also see is that it seems like certain characters or certain moments during the fight, you can access these certain passive skills. And what I'm thinking that might be is something similar to where it's like a universal type of thing. It's a universal effect where everybody on the roster can access these game mechanics if the conditions in the fight meet. So let's say, this is the best way I can paint this out. Let's say you do a combo in the fight. Well, let's say in order to access this particular passive skill, you have to do this thing in the fight. Land a command throw or land a 5-hit combo. You land that 5-hit combo and one of those passive skill icons light up for duration. And you can use whatever that thing gives you for that duration. And then it goes away. And then there's something else. And I have to imagine that the health in this game is kind of, thickened out, because you can't have a high damage game and have all of those passive skills active. I saw like 6, it's at least 6 or 7 icons a piece. I didn't count them. I want to say like 6 or 7 different passive skill icons. And I'm thinking like, if you can access 7 different things where it's like everybody can do it, I have to imagine that the damage scaling on this game is going to be not super high, but enough to where it drags the fight out because you got to drag this fight out if you're going to have to access those skills. Now, I don't even know what this is. I'm just going off my own perception of what the clips are. Jesse will probably completely shoot it all down, and I hope he does. I just noticed that this is going to, at least I'm trying to kind of put Coreupt in a type of category because I play so many different type of fighting games. It seems like Coreupt, not so much as graphic, but the feel, the game mechanics, so to speak, is gonna mimic Fighting X Layer. Now I've been comparing Coreupt to, but I've played Fighting X Layer, and of course Coreupt looks a hell of a lot better. It looks 35,000 times better than Fighting X Layer. I'm talking about the way it plays, the passive skills. Because Fighting X Layer has that same exact fighter HUD. You got the health bar, and right under the health bar is like six icons for passive skills that you can select in the when you picking your fighter, you can fill up those icons. But they're universal across the board where everybody else can use them. Everybody can access these passive skills provided you pick the ones during the verse screen. Now, you don't have to play with passive skills. You can go just with nothing and just bare fight with the character, but you want to get your passive skills because it kind of gives you an advantage or kind of helps you survive certain things like armor boost. Like, here's how Fighting X Layer works. Let's say you got like a armor boost, a temporary armor boost. It only lasts for like 4 seconds. You hit the button, the passive skill turns on, you can see the thing lit up, and you know the character, you know the person is using that passive skill, so you let the little timer run out, or you try to play keep away with them, or whatever. But it doesn't last the whole fight. So Fighting X Layer is a fair game, even though it has those passive skills, everybody can use them. It ain't no pick the right ones, these are the best passive skills to have. No, there is no best passive skills to have. All those passive skills have a function. And you use it to the best of your ability. There's no best passive skills, worst passive skills. Fighting X Layer,
it's just whatever matches your fighting style best.
Right. But since everybody can access them, the person you fighting can also use those same skills you have. Right? It's not low, I got this one, so you can't use them. Now, we all can do the same thing. I'm thinking, and Jesse, please correct me if I'm wrong, that Coreupt is grabbing the concept of Fighting X Layer with better graphics. 30,000 times better graphics. Because I'm playing Fighting X Layer and it moves just like Coreupt. It's like Fighting X Layer is the dollar store Aang let you saying. Fighting X Layer is like a cheap imitation of Coreupt. Even though Coreupt is new and Fighting X Layer been out longer, I feel like Fighting X Layer is a worser version of Coreupt. So if you, and this is, I still gotta feel the game. I don't know how Coreupt feels.
Yeah, we don't know how it feels. We can only say like what we see.
What I see, and I'm telling you the HUD itself, meaning the health bar and the icons under the health bar and the meter and all that stuff. That stuff that you see on the screen when you're playing a fighting game, that's called the HUD. That HUD looks exactly like Fighting X Layer's HUD, where you have passive skills.
And see, I'm gonna have to start paying attention because
I didn't even pay attention until recently.
Throughout its development, there's been like different HUDs,
no HUD.
so I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go through.
I noticed that. That's why I said I noticed that recently. Like I hadn't noticed it because he would put a clip out. We seeing a combo. We seeing backflips. We seeing these characters do their little poses. You know, Jesse showing off, but he wasn't showing no die-hard gameplay. No actual, like you went to San Diego Comic-Con and you played Street Fighter 6. You saw the HUD. You saw the actual. We ain't saw no actual with Coreupt. We just seeing clips. Well, he just put out a clip with some actual. And I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, there's something different about this. What are these little icons? Like this is different. This is the actual game. Oh, so Jesse really trying to show us something. I tweeted it, he retweeted it, but I think everybody missed it. Jesse retweeted my tweet. Everything I'm saying, I tweeted. But a lot of people didn't catch it. The HUD is right there. It shows passive skills. He didn't say yes or no. He didn't validate me or disvalidate. He just retweeted the tweet. But I think it's some truth to it. We'll let Jesse speak, right? When he gets the chance. Just telling y'all what I see. I see Coreupt being a better Fighting X Layer. And Fighting X Layer is a dope game. I'm mad I ain't got that joint. Like, I don't have it. I played it over at my brother's house. He got it. I never bought the game. I just never got into it. My brother had Fighting X Layer. Yo, I was mad at myself because it's an old game now. It's not even new, but I should have got into Fighting X Layer when it came out because that joint, that game is actually dope. Can't believe it didn't get a lot of shine. It's dead though. It don't have an online. Don't nobody play it.
Nah.
Really. It's a dead game. But the play of it, the feel of it, the look of it, you take Coreupt. Coreupt is just butter. That is my term. It looks like butter. I hope it feels good. Because it looked like it. I'm talking about the way the combo string, like certain normals combo into other Gatling combos. I feel like Coreupt is going to be a Gatling game. Gatling combos like Guilty Gear Strive, but better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. I feel like, I don't know, it could be wrong. I feel like the execution of those combos are like Gatling style, where you 1, 2, 3, 4 hit the button, and then the character does the rest for you. And then, of course, the special moves that follow afterward, you'll have to input yourself. But I think the first initial startup of combos on Coreupt is going to be Gatling. I just feel it. I'm watching both of these dudes fight each other. The startup of both of their moves, and both of them getting these multi-hit startups with their attack. Like Destroy, he got this little combo where he beats you down with the hammer, but his startup is like a 6-hit combo. And I'm thinking
he even calls one of them a Gatling because in one of his tweets that I just retweeted,
one of the characters' name
it says new Gatling teaser dropping later today. So
yeah,
you know
that's the character's
maybe
name.
Maybe it is one of those things where it's like you get those 2 hits off and you good.
I feel like the whole roster is gonna have a base mechanic of Gatling buttons. Now some characters are gonna have multi-hits, some characters won't. But I think I just got this feeling in my gut that the basic fundamental just bread and butter nitty gritty, eggs and rice of this game is Gatling. Your normals are Gatling. Like you got your normal attack, normal medium, normal fierce, all that stuff. But I think like there's a system where as you start up a combo, it's Gatling. And then your last hit, you'll follow it up with a special move, and you keep going and going and going until the character, the gravity sets in, and then it forces you to drop the combo, which it should. No, it don't look like it's gonna have infinite. I don't think Jesse Wright likes infinite combos because he makes sure to shut them combos off. Like all the clips he's been showing us, he all right, you do your thing and then you stop. It's like I think Jesse Wright. I know Jesse Wright plays fighting games before he became a dad.
I see that HUD you talking about.
See what I'm talking about?
He did a tweet back on June 16th of 2021, and you see these kind of like passive skills. I'm looking on my phone, so you're gonna have to I'll have to watch it on the desktop. Yeah.
So now you see what I'm talking. It make more sense now, right?
Yeah,
that's not the same core videos we've been seeing.
Yeah, because he hit one, and then he hits the guy, and then one of the skills disappeared. Then he hits him again, and then one of the other skills disappears.
What I just say? I told you, it's something different about this video, and I retweeted it. Jesse retweeted it, but nobody saw it. He just retweeted me and clicked like, and he kept it moving. He didn't say yes, no. He didn't validate or invalidate. He just retweeted. So I'm thinking okay, it's something to these. I said passive skills. He didn't. But what else are they, nerd? What else are those icons? You tell me what they are.
Yep, they do look like passive skills, which would be cool to use during the game. Like say if you're someone who likes to be kind of patient, you can pick skills that work with patient players or work with aggressive players. But then when you work with aggressive players, you got to realize that I I picked all the passive skills that they don't help on no block type stuff neither.
Right. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what it is. I'm saying what it looks like to me. You know, I don't know what it is. It's just, it looked like passive skills. And if it is that, I like that. I welcome that. Of course, Jesse's always listening. Jesse is listening. We know he is.
Yeah,
I like that aspect.
Jesse be in them streets.
Oh yes, Jesse definitely listening to you. If nobody else, he definitely listening to your page.
Yeah, cause yo, Jesse, look, I know you gotta be secretive, but you know what I'm saying? Look, feel free. I know Maximilian gotta get a code. We understand. We get that. I know that. I know he gotta get a code, but I'm just saying.
Your boy, fam. I got the
I'm just
skills.
saying.
Come on, Jesse. I got the skills.
Maximilian ain't been talking about you all the time, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know,
Make them talk.
Hold your peoples down.
Listen, I think I would be a good candidate to be a tester for the game because you know everybody doing it. Street Fighter 6 letting people test. There are all these special people, VIP people get to test the game. All right. I ain't saying I gotta be the only one, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody else play.
Let us test. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be among those who get to test Coreupt. This is not even a demo. It's just a test, like a little test, my little special VIP, like email, like send an email to the special VIP, and I'll go online on my YouTube page and I'll play it and give a commentary. But the thing is, I think I'm gonna say this because I know Jesse listens. I'm not gonna give him too much pressure as far as like showing us something because remember, this is his brand that he gotta build. And he gotta answer to people. So we don't really know why he hasn't shown nothing. And I'm gonna just give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna make Jesse follow the same protocol or blueprint as the rest of the FGC because he just got here as far as developing his game.
Yeah.
And he got to compete with all these giant monsters. He got to compete with Multiverses. He got to compete with Tekken. He got to compete with Street Fighter. He got to compete with Guilty Gear. Jesse got to compete with all these. So it might not be a good idea for Jesse to come out. It was probably a good idea for Jesse to let Evo get on and be done with. So now that all of the hype around all the name brand Kellogg's Frosted Flakes instead of the corn flakes. You know how you got the name brand cereal and your off brand cereal, right?
Now your new cats can come through.
Now that all of the name brand people have made their splash, now there's nothing else to talk about but what we saw at Evo. And then people gonna milk this content for another week. All right, we saw this. Did y'all see that at Evo? Did y'all see this? Oh, check this out. This happened at Evo. They finna milk this content for about another week, right? And it's gonna die out in September. New fighting games on the horizon. Nothing else to talk about. That's when Jesse can come in. He can peek out the door, see the quietness. All right, y'all, you understand? Oh, so Street Fighter 6 out the way, Tekken 8, no more, no. The Guilty Gear, all y'all, okay, y'all done talking about that? All right, here we go. Coreupt. That way we can just be talking about Coreupt for the rest of the year. So, I ain't saying this is a strategy.
We don't know when is PAX coming back this year? I can't remember. I know PAX was off last year, right?
Yeah.
So like. We don't know. I don't know when PAX is, if they're coming back, if they're already back. Because I fell out. I honestly didn't even wake up convention wise until anime. When Anime Expo happened, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we back.
So I think, and this is another a speculation. I still don't know this. It's just my gut feeling saying Jesse probably got to answer to some higher power within the company, right? I know it's his game. You got creative control, but there's marketing. There's layers, right?
Yeah.
But also, even if it could be Jesse deciding that he just don't want to put nothing out because of the simple fact that there's too much focus and attention on these other name brand games, and his game won't get the attention it needs. It's not so much as deserves, because it deserves the attention now. So we passed deserve. There's a need, and he can't shoot himself in the foot by just trying to hurry up and put something out because a few of us just want to know. He needs to build his brand. And if that is what, and if we're pulling back and waiting for the hype to die down for the other stuff that everybody is more familiar with, you know the FGC is fickle. You know the FGC is fickle.
Man,
bro.
you ain't never lied on that.